Hi, I'm Carlos, and this is our journey on Pico Island. Usually Laura's with me, but I'm going solo today. I really wanted to do this video on real estate in Portugal because of the buzz that's going on in the last couple of years. And we get a lot of comments, a lot of questions asking, about real estate, buying, moving. Basically, what I want to do with this video is just touch on a few things, a bit on the market, last couple of years. I want to touch on types of properties that you can purchase. And along the way, I'm going to tell you how great Portugal is as a country. Now, this will be more on the 7th region, which is Azores, and that's where we are. We're actually on an island called Pico Island, one of 9 islands in the Azores. We spent half the time there, and we have bought a home there. And we were so happy when we bought it. And we have a video called We Bought a Property in Portugal. We got a lot of views on that because there was, again, people just said, where is this? We never heard of it. 2.5 years later, obviously with more interest in there, coming on into these islands, and obviously the prices have gone up. Obviously when there's more interest, people from the outside have their budgets. They're looking at other places around the planet, it could be Europe or somewhere else, where it's a lot more expensive to purchase property. Here's the Azores, presenting to them the ocean, the countryside, everything suits them. They're buying, they're coming in. Prices did go up. Doesn't mean that it's like there's a balloon or anything like that on the islands. I still see a lot of affordability, which I'll show you later. Just to give you examples, there's properties under 150 available. Some of them will need more work than others. There is choice throughout all the 9 islands. The key is to find, with your budget, the right one for you. Because of the interest, the rates have gone up. There are some changes in effect. They're changing the designation of lands. It'll open up more places to build because some people choose to build new. You build the way you want it. The property we bought, for example, is an older rustic. We did have to do some work to it, basically cosmetic stuff, but it still took time. And we were so happy with it. We bought it for under 100,000. Maybe we've renovated it. We put in, our budget was to spend between 20 and 35,000 euros. We're probably close to that. And we're happy with it, right? We're happy with what we wanted to do. We could always do more. And a lot of people are on this boat. Some people come in, they want something already ready. They can buy a rustic home just ready to move in, been renovated already, has the mix of being modern and still have that style and the old fashioned. And that's happening quite a bit. And then there's people building with, like I said, new builds. Some of them are choosing to not go traditional because they take a lot longer now, just because of the shortage of labor, which is one of the concerns. They're doing some prefabs coming onto the islands. Could be wood houses or a combination of LSF, light steel frame. There's options now. I think the government's more open because they know it takes so long now to do a new build compared to before. The real estate market there is ever-changing. I guess just leave it at that. For someone that's really interested, the key is really to visit. Feel free to reach out to us as well. We do have some services that we provide. Again, I'll put a link to them that might help you do your due diligence. We hear the planes passing. We're by the airport here, so every couple of minutes there's an airplane, which is fine. I thought, you know what? I want to do this video outside. It's so nice. How would we live without airplanes, right? To get where we want to. It's the only way we're going to get over to the Azores when we need to go, and vice versa. So the feeling we get there and why we love it so much is, aside from being on an island and that island lifestyle, it is the safety. It's very secure there. It is the peace. It is the tranquility. It is the affordability. It is nature, the raw nature all around on land, at sea. The water, the Atlantic Ocean, just abundance of marine life. We've mentioned that in many videos, and we're always reminded that basically every day that we're there, we see this. These islands are different. I really believe there's not too many places left like the Azores. It does check most of the boxes, and that's very important for a lot of people. Now, some people might choose a place based on low tax, zero tax, tax haven. The Azores is not for that. That's not why I would choose it, because again, you can choose a place right now, Google it, and they'll send you to quite a few countries where you could have zero to a little bit of tax. But trust me, that's only going to check a couple of boxes. The rest of it, beware. That's all I'm going to say there. I just feel that to choose a country like Portugal or places like Spain, these European countries that people already are very familiar with, you have to choose it for more than just that reason. NHR is a tax that they have there, and they've had it for a while now, and they're going to remove it. And that's allows for 10 years new residents like expats to have low tax there. But that's going to end. You can find more information as it comes out. I'm not going to get into it right here. For those of you that you know, the tax is the main thing, then you should look and analyze even further in order for you to make the right choice. There are 9 islands. That's another amazing thing about the Azores. You don't just have one island, you have 9. You want to now more to the south, more to the west, central, and we are in the central group. There's 5 islands, and we're part of the Triangle Islands, Fayal, São Jorge, and Pico. So, but we're close. We're all well connected. They all have airports, so we're well connected to North America or Europe. We have other videos that we talk more about that, but I just wanted to give you a lay of the land for those of you that do not know anything about the Azores. At least you got a little bit of a taste. The mountains are there, the volcanoes are there, the highlands are there, the lakes are there, and then you have the coast, you have the ocean, it's all there. So I think if you like to do some marine activities, kayaking, sailing, things like that, it's the perfect place, okay? And if you like to go hiking and climb, canyoning, go as extreme as you would like or as leisure as you like. The Azores has all this. The number of expats, because sometimes by saying expats, I guess immigrants coming in to live in the Azores, people, or in Portugal, people get sometimes nervous about it, especially the locals. If I was to tell you that in the Azores, the expats is only 1.6% of the population. Okay, there's 250,000 people that live in the Azores, 4,700. It's not the hundreds of thousands, it's not an exodus coming in from everywhere. And I think it's important to understand that because, for as an example, on the island of Pico, where we are, the island is 440 square kilometers, the size of Barbados. Barbados has almost 300,000 people. We do not even have 15,000, that's 1.5. So you have all this unbelievable nature, space, protected area, and only 15,000 people. That's why islands like these get very popular and the nature lovers are attracted to it. It's not for mass tourism. There's no white sand beaches. It's not summer every day of the year. People that want 35 plus, this is not for you. You're not going to be coming here to lie on the beach. Only some of the islands have beaches, for example. The rest are just lava pools made naturally by nature. So again, if you do due diligence, you'll get to learn all this and when you visit. But it's very important for me to keep talking about this and putting it out there. I know people that probably say, oh, Carlos already mentioned it before in 2 or 3 other videos. Well, so be it. 75% of you are watching this for the first time and maybe discovering the Azores for the first time, or Portugal in general. And I think it's very important to really keep that in your head. It's the available space and the low population. You see, that's what makes islands like the Azores attractive. Before you start property searching Portugal, which includes the Azores or Madeira, I think here are 10 tips to keep in mind, again, based on our experience. 1, research the different areas of Portugal to find the one that suits your needs. Start from where you are, if you're in the US or Canada or abroad somewhere. Yeah, start looking. There's lots of platforms. Get a feel of what's there, what prices, what areas offer what. 5 regions in mainland, like I mentioned. Then you have Madeira and you have the Azores. So much to choose from. Number 2, consider hiring a real estate agent who speaks your language. But not only that, make sure it's a reputable one. It's just like anywhere in the world, good and bad, right? Just got to be careful. 3, get approved. If you are going for a mortgage, like we did that, other people that we've known did the same. We were in Canada when this happened. Okay, we do have a video early on when we did this. You could always check it out on the YouTube channel. You'll budget for additional costs such as taxes, legal fees, and maintenance. This is not any different than buying a house in the US or Canada. I'm just telling you it's the same, just so there's the same thing. Visit the property in person. I know a few people during COVID actually bought properties without visiting. They couldn't get to them. It all worked well. I don't know if I could do that. It worked very well for them. And some of them are in Pico, some of them are in Fayal, the island next to us. And get a property survey to ensure that there are no hidden issues with the house. Consider the property's resale value. It's important. Learn about local laws and regulations. You can learn about this. You can go to Portugal's website, the Azores websites, the government, and just get a little familiar. There's no country that is perfect. It's a democratic country, and they're very international. They welcome everyone. It's that kind of country, Portugal. That's why a lot of people are choosing it to not only visit, but to spend a lot of time there. Negotiate the price in terms of the sale. There's ways to do this. A real estate agent will go over it with you. Don't start getting into it before you make sure that all the papers are legal, because sometimes in Portugal, that's not the case. They find out after that there's one piece of land, something happened here that was never written. You don't want to find this out after. You have to do it before, because in some cases it can create a whole other problem. Don't rush into it. I guess I can't say that enough. In our case, it was very simple. We also bought some land even before we bought the property, and same situation. It was private, and it was great. I mean, I can't talk too negative because it was positive for us. We just love the Azores. We love Canada as well. I love both countries, the best of both worlds, I keep saying. And we're so fortunate and lucky that me being from there, that I get to go back often. I still have a lot of family there. My roots are there, and Laura's part of this. And we have two great families on both sides of the ocean. At the end of the day, you just want to be happy and want to be healthy. I think those two things are important, the most important. And I always feel like I'm talking to like-minded, right? That's how I put it. And now there was a time where I'm talking to you, the follower, through the channel, like-minded follower, and then we wind up on the island, like the permanent residents now on the island. And we continue the conversation of how lucky we are, even though they weren't born there. But no, yes, we are fortunate to be in a great place because there is not too many places left like the Azores. Remember I told you to hang on till later in the video? Well, we're gonna go run through this video. It's not a very long one as far as the tour we took of the house. And actually when we did this tour, I had people from the workshop that were there, and we got to go through this, and we all really liked this property. Afterwards, I'll show you the platform that we sometimes used to look at different listings throughout all the islands. So actually all of Portugal, this platform has it all. A lot of the agents are listed in there, but it gives you a good idea, and that's the one we're going to use. And we'll show you a few properties in there. We'll give you our take on what we feel. Some of the properties we've actually seen in person, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'll give you a little bit of information on this property. It's located in the village of São Mateus, basically a coastal village, lots of vineyards. It's actually the same village as we have our property. Rustic, like I said, it's about 100 years old. They all usually have good bones to them. A little bit about the village itself. So Mateus, it's a very good expat community. It's growing. There's some expats that actually came through our channel that are living in this area. They've purchased, and now they are happily living here. There's Pico Mountain. It's covered. And as we go up the steps here to one of the balconies, a lot of nooks around this house. As you can see, it's a really good space. It's on a side road. It's not on a main road. It's really in an area where you'll find vineyards. You're about a 5-minute walk to where you go swimming. Okay, now we're going to go now into the house. What we would do to it right away, I can see that, yeah, definitely renovate the kitchen. This floor is, I have this floor in the house in Lage where we stay. It's really good wood, huge, wide, long wood panels. Here's how big this bathroom is. Look at this, huge. In our case, we took the bidet and put in a walk-in shower, but this is even bigger than our bathroom. I mean, lots of light coming through here. There's another room here. Not sure what to use this room. I guess maybe a dining room. This probably was definitely a small bedroom. Some of these bedrooms did have closets. Now we're going into another bedroom, as you can see here. They all have windows, all these rooms. Same flooring throughout. This would have been like a living room. Okay, there's the ocean. You can see through the window. Another walkout, different door. We walked in through the kitchen, working out to the living room, into another. That's a small bedroom, office type thing. And we now walk out back into the balcony. And we obviously walked into the side here. There's Pico Mountain. And these are really nice. There's a lot of nice houses in this area. A lot of them are brand new. They're modern. But you also find houses like these. There's no one really around here close to this house. There's someone that has vineyards below, and there's the ocean. That's where we walked down to go to the port. So a little bit more information on the basement part of it. You can see that it's wide. I mean, it's a big area. This is where they made the wine. Everything to do with the harvesting the wine, bringing the wine in. That's where they did it, on the bottom of the house, but can easily be converted to anything you want. Hopefully you enjoyed this run through, and let me know if you have any questions. So the next part of this video is basically we decided to go into a couple of the platforms. One of them is just a general platform where a lot of the real estate agents are listed in there. It's called Idealista. A lot of you might already know if you're already looking for real estate in Europe in general, Portugal. Anyways, we'll put the link for them at the end of the video. And the other one is actually a real estate agent company that we're very familiar with. They were actually on our workshop, Azores Properties. And just because I didn't pick one over the other, or there's other real estate companies that have websites, I just wanted to pick a few properties that I like. Just to give you an example of what a ruin looks like, a real ruin, or a rustic house, just like we've just seen. Modern, something you're ready to move in, newer houses, that kind of thing. I just wanted to give you a good idea what is available to you. So I think the most general way to do it is to go to Idealista. You'll see the different listings in there. There's a lot of them, actually a lot of them right now. It's just going to roll, and it's going to show you which islands. I picked a few on Pico, Faial, and Gracioso. These three are in the central group. Just to give you a bit of an idea, this is the area we're in, especially Pico. But throughout the islands, you'll find similar types. All the islands have ruins, all the islands have rustic homes, all the islands have modern houses, new builds, and so forth. They all have it. They all have different price points. Again, with the pricing, you're going to find the most expensive in the maybe the towns, or some areas you'll see why they're listed higher. Okay, everyone follows the next person. The ones that are getting, I think, the jams are the ones that kind of just go the other way. Just go to a village 10 minutes from that village that has the higher prices. I think that's what we find. This is what we did and what we would do. Just remember that on the top left corner of the video is where they have the price and the square meters of the property. So 350, 500, 600, those are there as well. So you have a wide range of choice to suit any budget. Last house we're going to show you is like an honorable mention, I guess. It's actually my cousin's house. It's also in the village of São Mateus. Kids are older, now they're downsizing. You know, this property is just a beautiful, beautiful property. It's in the village of São Mateus. Quickly just go through it. Again, it's listed on the Idealista site. ERA is the one that has this ERA. But as you can see, lots of bedrooms. I think there's four. A couple of these houses like 2 or 3 levels. Huge garage. 4 bathrooms. Very nice kitchen. Loft upstairs. There's the garage there. Huge laundry room. I mean, the kitchen outside, all covered. A swimming pool. You have the volcano mountain just behind. I remember swimming here quite a few times here. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed that. I think it's something that's this is where it all starts. When you're not on the island, you're out there, you got to look at these platforms, and we do the same thing. We always see what's new, what's coming on board, and so forth. Sometimes we know stuff that doesn't hit the platform, like in the case of the one we showed you that we went through. I think there's going to be more of those. We're going to keep an eye out so we could share them as well with you. For those of you, like I mentioned earlier, are closer, you need more information, we have services where you can have a consultation with us, and it's on the website. But we do have the C version, which is basically 15 hours of information, vital information from us, Egidio, our partner from Life Wellness, ourselves. We're the ones that did this workshop. Great group that came on this. We love these people. We keep in touch with them, and but also it's the professional speakers that we brought on board, the banker, real estate agent. We brought in people that talked about the government, talked about work remotely, which is huge now. Some of the expats came and talked about their own experiences. It's priceless because it's their experience, and they're in it now. You can learn from them. The C version is now available. I'm going to put the link. You can go into it just to learn a little bit more about what's in the C version. I don't think there's anything like it. It's probably one of the best ways you can do due diligence before getting there. Even after you get there, I think this still would be good. Send us a note, like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's going to be lengthy, but that's okay. If you are one of those that dreamed about living in Europe or abroad somewhere, and you've already got it down to Portugal, there's another area of Portugal, the Azores, that you can consider. Thanks for hanging out in this fall day here in Ontario, Canada. We'll be back on Pico in about 3 weeks. We're going to be doing more of the videos like these. We'll be more specific in certain things. If we even see other properties, we can kind of go through it and do a bit of a look, and we can share with you. But for now, just subscribe. If this is a video, this video is really good for you, and you think you might be interested in the islands, and you want to see other things that we're doing, you want to keep in touch. Like I said, we're just upfront. We're honest. We're real people, and we do love our followers. The ones who have been there from the beginning, you know who you are. Again, thank you so much for your support, and thank you if you're watching this for the first time. And see you on the next video, or maybe see you on Pico.